Welcome everyone to my channel. If you haven't been here before, bubble seat, sit down. We are going to talk about Eon, by Alison Goodwin. It has an alternate title to it, which is really strange. Well, this is Eon. On the inside it says Eon Dragoneye Reborn. So, I think that's a little strange. And it's a duology, so whatever. Whatever. I really enjoyed this. I really did. So, okay. For years, Eon's life has been focused on magical study and sword work, with one goal: that he be chosen as a Dragoneye, an apprentice to one of the 12 energy dragons of good fortune. But Eon has a dangerous secret. He is actually Eona, a 16-year-old girl who has been masquerading as a 12-year-old boy. Females are forbidden to use dragon magic. The penalty is death. When Eona's secret threatens to come to light, she and her allies are plunged into grave danger in a struggle for the Imperial throne. Eona must find the strength and inner power to battle those who want to take her magic and her life. I wish I had something I could prop this up on so you could see it better, but there is absolutely nothing I can do because of where I'm sitting right now and how I'm sitting. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I have a cat that is being very inconvenient right now. See? Oh, tail. See? Cat. Very inconvenient right now. So inconvenient that I don't like that he's inconvenient. What did this? Ow! See? Look. Inconvenient. Yeah, see? You still can't see shit. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna move you back to this spot. Maybe if I did this. You can see, yeah, no, okay, whatever, I'll stop. Okay, so, talk about this book. To talk about this book, this absolute book that I had read before. I've read a lot of details about it, but I did read it before. I forgot details anyways. So, it starts off with Eon in training, doing the approaching sequences for approaching the mirror to see if you're going to get chosen, because it's going to be the year of the rat. So, in this world, dragons have power that people can use and pull from, but at the same time they have to give what is called Hua, which is basically their energy, to the dragon as well. And they can actually use the dragon's powers to control, say, weather, earth, and a bunch of other things. So in the presence of this, there are what those called the Dragoneye and the Apprentice. And each Dragoneye controls certain things and has certain truths to it. So, the Onyx Dragon, which is compass north, color purple, the Dragoneye, Lord Tyrone, is a keeper of determination. The Tiger Dragon, which is north-northeast, color green, Dragoneye, Lord Elgum, keeper of courage. The Rabbit Dragon, east-northeast, is a color pink, Dragoneye, Lord Silvo, keeper of peace. The Dragon, or Mirror Dragon, east, color red, Dragoneye, none. The Mirror Dragon has been missing for over 500 years, keeper of truth. Snake Dragon, which is east-southeast, which is color copper, is Lord Shiona as the Dragoneye, and keeper of insight. Horse Dragon, south-southeast, color orange, Lord Drem is the Dragoneye and keeper of passion. The Goat Dragon is south, color silver, Lord Tiro, keeper of kindness. And then you have the Monkey Dragon, and the compass is south-southwest, color ebony, Lord Jessam, keeper of resourcefulness. The Rooster Dragon, west-southwest, color brown, Lord Bano, keeper of confidence. The Dog Dragon, west. Ivy is the color, Lord Garon, keeper of honesty. Pig Dragon, which is the compass of west-northwest. Dove Grave, Lord Miram, and keeper of generosity. the rat dragon, north-northwest, blue, Lord Edo and Keeper of Ambition. Now, the majority of them are not going to be that important in this. They're not. They're not. Okay, they're not. But Eon has been taken in by somebody who was the former tiger dragon. So you spend 24 years as being connected to a dragon, and then you are retired, so to speak. So you become an apprentice for 12 years, and then you become the Dragoneye for 12 years, and then you are retired. And that's it. You can, of course, train somebody to become an apprentice, and you'll get money for having an apprentice become, well, having someone you train become an apprentice, you know. And that's what the previous dragon, the previous tiger dragon, his name is Brannon. He takes Eon in to train Eon, so that way she can become the next apprentice to the rat dragon. Because it's the year of the dragon coming up. In Chinese, in this mythology. I guess it's Chinese. I'm not really sure. Not sure of much on that part. Because, I mean, it goes by, I think it's Chinese zodiac signs, Chinese zodiac, and that's what they base this off from. So, Eon, of course, is Iona, and she's trying to get in to be the rat dragon apprentice, so that way she can bring honor back to her master and money back to them, because he's broke. He's dirt broke. Okay, he's just so broke that he just needs something to save himself and his family. Well, and the people who serve him. And she is actually considered a cripple. Now, you don't learn this until later on, but her master crippled her to stunt her growth in a certain way, to make people not look at her closely, so that way she could pass more as a boy. And they also called her moon shadowed, which is basically an eunuch. So they don't explain why they don't have a dick, you know, why she doesn't have one, why she's not man, and why she still looks boyish even years down the road. You know, a cover of sorts. She finds out from one of the swordsmiths or blacksmiths, somebody, that the approaching dragon sequence that she has, she can't complete the last one. But there's a reverse one that she can complete, that she can do to approach. So she has a petition done by her master for this, so that way she can approach properly. But because of the request, Lord Edo decides that they're going to change it up, and it's going to be combat. They're going to fight one of the master swordsmen, and to prove themselves. Eon gets the worst one, the one that don't like her, the one that picks on her, the one that's very mean to her, and he's the swordmaster Renan. And Renan literally fights her so much at a point where she actually blacks out. And when she wakes up, she has to stumble her way back out to do the final bow for when the dragon goes around to choose which one they want to be the apprentice. I was going to say something because I thought about it while I was talking, and now it's slipped my mind. What the fuck was it? Man, I hate it. When you're talking and then you just forget. Oh my god, it prickles at my brain too, and I know it. I know what it was. I do. I do. Okay. So, you meet someone named Master Toze, who's, just apparently a merchant who's there looking to hire, and he wants people to work for him. And then they talk about High Lord Sethron, who is the younger brother of the current emperor, whom the emperor should have killed, so that way nobody could try to succeed him and take his place. But the emperor didn't, because he's a softie, and he didn't want to do that. And so instead he made Sethron, his younger brother, leader of his armies, which was also a bad idea, because Sethron wants to take over and become king. Now, what was it that I wanted to talk about? Because that was not it. Anyways, his household has a couple people in it, and one of them is Chart. Chart is actually deformed and crippled and can't walk, and he can barely talk. He's intelligent, it's just that he can't communicate very well, and it's hard for him, because no one takes the time to teach cripples, because obviously they think they're bad omens and should be killed. But her master didn't kill him, because Rilla, his body servant at that time, the one who dresses him, serves him, by, serving him tea and getting him dressed and getting him ready for stuff, is the mother. And since she was so faithful to him in serving him, he decided to keep Chart on in his household, which is very nice. Chart ends up becoming master of the household, thanks to Eon. Our master wants to stop Sethron and Lord Ito from taking away from the king and the emperor, and the emperor's heir. So that his plan is to get onto the council as proxy to meditate and stop Lord Ito from controlling it completely. That's the plan. But when Eon goes out... Oh, I know what it was. Eon can actually see if she concentrates hard enough. She can see the dragons. All 11 of them. Because the 12th one hasn't appeared. But she can see them and feel them when others can't. And that's, significant. It's a significant thing. Because nobody's able to do that unless they're connected to a dragon. Except for her. She can. So when she goes out to do the last sequence, she's going to be chosen to become the rat dragon apprentice. Something does happen. Her friend, and someone she really is close to, technically, even though he doesn't know she's a girl, Dylan is actually chosen to become the rat apprentice to Lord Ito. But while they're celebrating that, something happens, and another dragon appears, and it's the 12th dragon, and it chooses Iona. And now they have these little pearls, I guess, around their necks that they touch, and it's supposed to transfer power into them and connect them to their dragon. And it was screaming at her, Iona, 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 and she's like, no, I can't give you that, because I will die if I do. And so she fucks it up, but when she wakes up, she's Lord Eon because she ascended. She is a dragon eye. She is now the mirror dragon, the mirror dragon's dragon eye. So, she meets someone named Lady Dela, who is a man dressing as a woman, who is foreign, and she helps Eon out with etiquette lessons and everything like that. And then she gets dressed in what is considered a big F.U. to Lord Ito in a robe, called a story robe, that was gifted from Ito's family when he ascended, when he became an apprentice, to the Emperor, who the Emperor gifted to Lord Eon to put Lord Eon on his side. So, where is it? Because obviously she ain't got no choice in the matter. And the prince actually sits there and hails to her and says, hey, we should take lessons together. And she agrees, because obviously she can't say no to the prince. That would be terrible. Which cements her on their side and not Lord Ito's side. So her master wants to become co-leader in order to mitigate some of the damage that Lord Ito wants to do. Iona finds out that there's a red folio for the mirror dragon that could hold the name or any information about the dragon within it. But when she goes to the treasury to get it, because she needs it, it's not there, and it's not in the ledger saying it was ever there. So she decides she knows where it is, but she has to get it by breaking in and getting it. So when Lord Ito goes to meet the High Lord Sethron to bring him back into the city so they could celebrate, yay, the ascendant of the rat dragon and the mirror dragon and the apprentice, yay, she gets Dylan to sneak her in, along with someone named Ryoko, because she can't move well, so he helps her get in, and he's good at picking locks. So he actually goes to pick the lock, but of course there's this trap set in that warps the mind and makes him think things, and Ryoko falls to it. And he's actually a shadow man. He's a real shadow man, an eunuch, and so it's he struggles with it, and he thinks he's dying, and she helps him out of that. So they get in there, and they say 2 folios, a red one and a black one. Now, the black one feels bad to her, so she pulls out she grabs the red folio, and it accepts her, and the black one snaps at her, so she just leaves it alone. Ryok tries to grab it, but it snaps at him too, so he leaves it alone. She leaves with it. And when she opens it up when she's by herself, it's in a I forgot what I was saying, because you died, which was terrible. Where was I? But yeah, so she can't read the script, so she panics a fucking lot. So while they're doing this celebration, Lord Brennan dies after eating some lemons. Now, there's no proof to show that, who did it, how it happened, or anything like that. So, she goes through this period of mourning. The prince is by her side as her second mourner, a high praise seat. And, she realizes that she's actually the heir to Brennan's everything. So, she makes Chart her heir, and tells them that if anything bad happens or anything anytime I tell you to run, you get up and you run. You go. Leave. Go someplace safe. So that way I don't have to worry about you. Yay on that part, right? Right. So, I keep saying so. It's so terrible. I keep saying it. After the mourning happens, Lord Ito's I don't know if you're ready to be on the council. As a person, we need to have a proxy for you. Here's somebody to be a proxy. Now, this is somebody that's in Ito's bag, that sides with Ito. And she's like, no, I can do it. And he's like, well, fine, prove yourself. Move the monsoon that is coming in a couple of days, and we can accept you. She agrees to it, even though she doesn't really have the ability to do it. And she starts taking what is called a sun drug, which is supposed to bring out the more masculinity of yourself out. And she's begging for her dragon and begging for her dragon, but it keeps slipping away and slipping away and slipping away. She doesn't understand why. She goes to this place to control this monsoon and calls on her dragon. Her dragon fails, but she calls on the rat dragon. And that's when Lord Ito controls her through the rat dragon and learns that she's a girl. So he's afterwards, he threatens her says, we're going to combine ourselves together. We're going to do everything for Setharon. And you're not going to say shit, because if I say anything about you being a woman, you're dead. And so she's like, crap. And then he takes the red folio back from her. And she doesn't know what to do. So she confesses to Lady Delia about everything. About being a female. And her compass that she has is also written with a language that she doesn't understand. But Delia says, this is woman script. She's like, woman script. And it says Kinra. So Kinra was her ancestor. And Kinra was the last Dragoneye for the Mirror Dragon. So she goes, okay, well, if I give you the red folio, Lady Delia, could you translate it? She's like, well, yeah, sure. And then they learn that the Emperor is dead. And so the prince wants her to be the second mourner. So she rides back. She becomes the second mourner. And she confesses to the prince, hey, look, I'm a female. Lord Ito's plan is almost successful. If we want to stop Setharon, I have to get the folio back. So I can find my dragon's name and call on his power. So they go to get the folio. But that's when Setharon's army attacks. So it's pure chaos. Prince is escorted away for his own safety. And Ryuk and Eon go to get the folio back. And when they go to get it back, Dylan approaches and Dylan's like, he did something to me, he warped me, I need this or else he's gonna kill me. And so he steals Black Portfolio for Lord Ito. So that way he doesn't die. Because Lord Ito is obviously tormenting him a shit ton. And controlling him and doing something to his connection to the dragon. The rat dragon. So she gives the folio to Lady Delia, and then they find out that Setharon is planning to kill the prince's baby brother, and his mother. So Eon goes, well, we gotta go save him. So Iona and Ryuk and Lady Delia go to the concubine chambers to try to save these people. They don't know the princess. The princess is missing, but the prince's brother and Lady Delia are taken to a garden. And she says, okay, we need to go to this garden, so you're going to drag me there. And Delia, here's a folio, look through it, find me the dragon's name. Nothing goes according to any plan. Setharon does successfully kill the baby brother and the mother, and he captures Ryuk, harming him severely, and gets his hands on, or Lord Ito gets his hands on Iona. And he tries to merge with her, and he's like, give me the powers that you have. And Lady Delia screams out, it's a mirror dragon. She, the queen, she's the queen. She's the queen of all the dragons. She is you. She mirrors you. So she calls out, my name is Iona. I am the mirror dragon. Dragon wants Eon, the masculinity that she's been harboring for so long. And so she gives it up. And she's Iona. And the dragon is Eon. At this point. I don't know if it stays that way for very long. And so she goes through this transcendent thing where she can see all kinds, everything. And I mean the spiritual everything, like see inside of somebody and see their spiritual connections flowing within their bodies. And she sees a spot that is dark and black and miserable. So she goes to heal it. And what it does is it makes Lord Ito feel every emotion he's never felt before. And he, in his new emotional state, pushes Iona out and says, you gotta go, you gotta flee. I'll take my chance with Lord Setharon. I'll try to stop him and do what I can. But go. He can't get a hold of both of us because then he can control us because we're the only two left. And our dragons have some type of extreme connection. Don't know why, but we do. And so she escapes with Ryuk, Lady Delia, and herself to this area, and it's where Master Toze is. He's actually part of the resistance that wanted to make sure Sethron did not take control of everything. And because of that, they get on board the ship. Now, Ryuk gets not in a bad way. And they don't know where the prince is. And she barely knows how to wield her powers. Because she can't read the script of her ancestor to figure out what the fuck is going on. But she's got the 2 swords her ancestor had, so yay! These swords, when she first touched them, they felt angry and rage. I guess. Maybe it's because when she disappeared, it was because she died. Kinra died. Maybe when they decided that women couldn't be part of the Dragoneye, even though there's 1 female and not 11 male dragons. And that's why no dragon apprentice could become a new Dragoneye for the Mirror Dragon, was because none of them are female. When did the maleocracy come into play on that one? Don't know. I'm hoping to learn like tons more in a second book, which I actually never read. So it'll be a new experience for both of us. Yeah, but when she touches the sword now, because the first couple times when she touched the sword, it was rage and everything. But now she can't feel that because she's accepted the dragon, which is good. But she can still see the dragons really, really well and everything. And I think that's what the connection is since the dragon, Mirror Dragon, is the queen. She is over all of them and she's more powerful than all of them. But I don't know what her connection to the rat dragon is. Maybe it's her husband and all the other dragons are their children. I don't know. I'm just guessing right there. But I don't know. So, my favorite character in this is, oh gosh, who would it be? I wouldn't say Eon is my favorite in this, but I would have to say, like, Ryuk, because he's a trained assassin, trained bodyguard, trained thief, because he used to be a thief before he got picked up, and he's very good at his job of protecting the people he was able to protect. My most disliked character, Sethron, because he wants everything, and he thinks he deserves it all, even though he was not meant to rule. He still thinks he deserves it all. What stood out as memorable? The fact that these guys, through 500 years, couldn't figure out that the reason why they couldn't draw out the Mirror Dragon was because it was female, and it wanted a female person to connect, because obviously male can connect with a male dragon, and a female can connect with a female dragon, and that's probably why that was there. But nobody knew that, because apparently a lot of the records that dealt with the Mirror Dragon were gone. So somebody went to a lot of length to destroy that information, but why? That's the real question. And this weapon that could be built off from all the deaths of the other Dragoneyes and the apprentices, and used between connecting to the Rat Dragon and the Mirror Dragon, is supposed to be extremely powerful. But it was supposed to be a myth. It's also the myth that the Emperor and his family are all of dragon blood. Maybe that's true too, because the weapon is obviously true. It can obviously be used. But she doesn't have the black portfolio, so she can't look into it. And Sethron could barely translate a lot of it. Maybe that's also in women's script, and that's why they couldn't translate it. I'm not sure. I ended up stopped tagging after a while. I don't know why. I don't know. But my favorite quote is, it says the Mirror Dragon is the queen of the heavens. By the gods, a female dragon. Yeah, that was my last little rote there. Then, like a turned kaleidoscope, the last few weeks shifted into a new pattern of bitter understanding. At the moment of union, the Mirror Dragon had not tried to rip my true name from me. She had been trying to give me her name. Our name. All along in my master's house, in the bathing room, on the roadside, I had denied her, blocked her, stifled her with drugs, and all along the tiny gold kernel of my power had been locked within me, waiting. Iona, I whispered, and the truth of the name was like a claw ripping through the misunderstanding, shredding the fear and the fading veil of drugs. It reached into overwhelming blue and a thin sliver of hope. when she finally accepted that her dragon is her name. That they're mirror dragons. She's mirror. Mirror of the human that she chose to be part of her ascendancy. What I thought about the end of the book. A lot of books end in shit fell apart. Now we have to regroup and bridge it all back together again. Since this is a duology, it's going to be a quick bridging back together again. But I'm going to be excited to read it because it's probably like over 500 pages worth of words that are going to be awesome. Because now she's part of a resistance trying to keep the prince alive. So got to find the prince, got to keep him alive, and a bunch of other shit to do, including learn how to funnel her dragon power, as well as not become a weapon of mass destruction. What book did it remind me of? Any book that you have read, or I have read, where there's a cliffhanger, like Ember and Ashes. The cliffhanger of, oh my god, shit happened. We have to leave or we're gonna get captured. Arrgh. And people are gonna die. And you're gonna be used for evil. This book, as you know, is part of a series called Eon Dragoneye. That's about all I think it's called. Pretty sure it's just Eon Dragoneye. I don't think it actually has any other title to it besides that. Because it's Dragoneye Reborn, I guess. Because it doesn't actually have a title. So I'm going to say it's like Dragoneye, maybe. Maybe it's just Dragoneye Reborn. Maybe that's the title of the series. But Eon and Eona. Literally one letter off. It's the titles. But it's a 2-book series. Okay. I rated this a 4. I don't really remember why I rated it as a 4, but it's a 4. But that's okay. That's okay. We are going to end this here. So, if you guys think I deserve a like, comment in the lovely description. Why don't you go ahead and drop it down below. I will see you next illusion.